The wait is almost over. It's the moment that footballers all over the country dream of. This weekend, 32 non-league clubs take their place in the FA Cup first round, rubbing shoulders with some of the most established names in English football.
Can he make himself a hero here? He can! Oh, it's absolutely brilliant! What a fantastic strike!
Oh, incredible! A stunning goal to fuel a stunning story.
The dream is alive. Welcome to the Emirates FA Cup preview show. Coming up, hoping to beat Bradford City, the Champions League medalist with Tunbridge.
I've suddenly just been chucked into this training game with Vieira, Quaresma, Balotelli, and I remember just thinking, what's just happened here? Look who I'm playing against.
As two former winners meet at Portman Road, we remember one of the great FA Cup teams.
So Bobby had a great squad, so definitely it was a club in the rise.
In the picture, for the first time in nearly 50 years, 9th tier Skelmersdale want to seize their moment.
It'd be a dream if we could reach the third round and play a massive team, me against Jürgen, tactical mismatch.
The road to Wembley began in September, and we'll look back at some of the weird and wonderful moments so far. And it's a laughing matter in our FA Cup quiz.
That's two complete guesses. That's unbelievable. I was using the Champions League medal as a golf ball marker. Did it as a bit of a joke, and also where I knew I didn't completely earn it. So I was bringing it to golf games, trying to get in other golfers' heads, putting the Champions League marker down for my ball, and they were obviously having a look down going, is that a Champions League medal? So it's one way to try and get in their heads to try and win the game.
In 2010, Ben Greenhalgh won a TV competition called Football's Next Star. The prize, a 6-month contract with Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan.
First time I went into first team training with Inter was when we were still on the show. I've suddenly just been chucked into this training game with Vieira, Quaresma, Balotelli, all these names, and I just remember straight in this game receiving the ball from Quaresma. I went to run at the right back. I've looked up and I've seen Lucio, and obviously Lucio, I've looked back to him in the years, one of the quickest defenders for Brazil, really good player, really strong player, and I've just completely gone to jelly. And I remember just dribbling the ball off the pitch thinking, what's just happened here? Look who I'm playing against. The Champions League was unbelievable. I wasn't bothered that I never got a first-team appearance for that season because they won everything. They're not going to go and give a 17-year-old boy who's just won this contract for Inter Milan chances when they've got world-class players winning everything. I think when I look back at my career, it would be a possibility to say, could I have tried to stay out longer in Italy? Could I have maybe focused on playing in Serie C and Serie B and maybe made more of a career out of it that way? But at the time, I wanted to get back to England. I wanted to try and prove myself over here.
Yeah, no doubt.
You could say I'm a bit of a Gareth Bale, and it probably came from when I was up in Scotland, where I was training in the morning and then playing golf in the afternoon every single day. And I remember getting told by a few people I was winning amateur competitions, so why don't you give it a go on the PGA circuit? So I gave it a go. I turned professional. I managed to get my PGA card, and I did all right for a few years. It just got to the point where now I still want to focus on my football, on my academies, on my coaching. So for now, golf, I'll do it 2 or 3 times a week if I can, just to keep my game up.
A golfer, youth team coach, and sometime footballer body double. The multi-talented winger is now playing in the 6th tier.
I came to Tonbridge Angels a year ago, and I'd always spoken well to Steve McKeon over the years, and I felt where my game time had stopped a little bit with Dartford, I knew that was the perfect opportunity to go and speak to Steve, and straight away I didn't speak to any other clubs, and he was someone that I knew and I could trust, so I went down to Tunbridge Angels, and over the last year it's been a brilliant experience, and we've had a good start to the season this year by getting all the way to the round 1 of the FA Cup already.
Ben's Ben, you know, he lives off his Inter Milan thing, but he's all right, he's a good player. Good player, that's why I brought him to the club, and he fits in well with the squad we got. That's what he's there to do, you know, and if he wants to keep his place in the side, he'd have to score again or create again, and that's what we've got. We've got a squad of 17 players that If they perform well on the pitch for a number of games, they get to keep their shirt. If they don't, then they sit on the bench and wait for their turn again. The FA Cup's a big competition, and for us to be in the first round for 48 years is unbelievable.
Because of the TV cameras, particularly who it is, don't play as an individual, because you try and do that, you'll be sitting next to me after 10 minutes and I'll change it.
We've done a lot of homework on Bradford City. We've had them watched twice, got good reports on them, and all we'll do is put all that to the players and let them go and perform, and hopefully they can get the result that this club wants.
Everything that's going on, we're uncertain whether we're going to be playing week in, week out. We've already had sort of 6 months off the league. So to bring in this amount of money, it just sort of solidifies the club.
Just want us to make sure that we don't show ourselves up, and people that are watching worldwide will know that Tonbridge Angels are a decent side and give their all when they're out on that pitch.
At the end of the day, this is the FA Cup. We could be playing anyone in any league, and it's a level playing field. It's a case of if we turn up for that 90 minutes, we can give Bradford a good game.
So the first round gets underway this weekend. But for many non-league clubs, the journey began in September. Among them, Wythenshawe Amateurs and Shelley FC, two 10th tier sides, making their FA Cup debuts.
I've been involved for 70 years with the club, and this is probably my proudest night. To be in the FA Cup is unbelievable.
We're same as Wythenshawe, we're desperate to try and get through, because it's what your dreams are about at football, surely, isn't it? And it means a lot to me tonight, because I'm Shelley born and bred. It's just a normal game, we're here to win, concentrate on what you're doing.
After drawing 1-1, the tie went to penalties, Wythenshawe winning 4-2.
A fantastic night. The debut appearance in the FA Cup. Get in there! It's a massive day for the club and a massive day for these players. They deserved it.
In the preliminary round, ex-Bayern Munich player Dale Jennings was back with Runcorn Town.
When I was a kid, I used to play Bayern Munich on the PlayStation and stuff, so it was just good to see clubs like that sniffing around and taking interest. I knew I was doing something right. I've done okay. Could have done better. I think I would have done things a little bit different if I had the chance again to do it. I just felt it was right for me to come back. You know, I felt like things weren't going my way over there. A bit homesick as well. Took a bit of time out. You know, we stuck through it and we got by. And I think if I went for football, I'd be in a bad place now. When I'm on the pitch, everything just sort of goes to the back of your head, and I can just focus there and enjoy my football.
And Jennings set up the equaliser as Runcorn went on to beat Brickhouse on penalties. After 40 years in a Sunday league for British Cypriot teams, New Salamis welcomed Brentwood Town to North London.
2016, we thought the club had gone as far as it can go, kept winning every title in the league, and then we decided literally overnight to say, why don't we go Saturday football?
Ryan Herbel's captain, number 4. 5 is Freddie.
We still probably will have 6 Cypriots starting tonight and maybe 3 or 4 on the bench. So we do try to stay to our roots. We don't discriminate. If you're good enough, you're in the team, basically.
Sadly, the hosts didn't have quite enough to get past a side 2 divisions above them.
I'm very proud of the way we played. We've had the community out with us, so hopefully they'll come to watch our league games. It's another historic night for us, and we're really proud of the boys.
The second qualifying round saw National League North side Kettering Town play the first game of their season behind closed doors.
We're now classed as elite, so they're not letting supporters in. If we hadn't have gained that elite status, then we probably would have had fans coming through the gate. The gate money is the money that keeps the club running in general, so it's going to be really tough.
We're allowed to stream this game live this afternoon, the first time ever for 2 years.
We're very lucky here that we've got a media team that are able to stream the games, so we can generate some income doing that, obviously not the sort of income you'd get on a match day.
The Poppies ran out 2-0 winners against Chelmsford City.
I do feel for the Kettering and the Chelmsford supporters not being able to see the game, I really do. It would be lovely to get into the first, second round proper again. Perhaps have a league club down here, albeit with no fans, but have one here and have the occasion.
Football was a family affair for the managerial duo hoping to take Sholing into the 4th qualifying round.
I've been here a long time, so 14 years as a player, spending time with my dad as well is obviously important. It's a real family-orientated club. We're a team when it comes to the team talks and the decisions are made. We're as a team, so we don't really disagree. We have to have a united front when it comes to the lads and the team we pick.
It's great because I get some sort of quality time with Mark. He works in London, and the only time I really see him now is at football.
Hi, is this the Dipes in?
Key thing for me tonight, as Dipes mentioned, is who wants it more.
We want to make history. That's the best thing as a manager is, when you know that you actually won a game and you're in the hat for the next round.
After a floodlight failure in the first half, Scholling sparkled in the second to win 5-2.
We made history, really. Earned a bit of money and maybe put the floodlights right. But no, jokingly aside, we're really pleased to be in the fourth round qualifying.
1 year on from their history-making run to the second round, Malden and Tiptree were looking to cause an upset against Haringey Borough.
This year we've got a completely different team, so we really didn't know what to expect, and yet Wayne and the players have pulled out some amazing results against some really good teams.
To try and get to the first round again is extremely good for this new group that we've put together. They're still building relationships, getting to know each other on the pitch, and as I say, to get this far is a great feat for them.
And a late penalty for the Jammers saw the Essex side cause another shock.
All we're kind of delighted about is getting into the first round proper again for the second year running, and seeing where that takes us.
So Malden and Tiptree were into the first round for a second successive season, and their reward was a decent one. Another tie against league opposition.
They will play Morecambe.
FC United of Manchester host Doncaster Rovers. The non-leaguers will hope to emulate the events of 5 years ago, when they beat Rochdale in one of the great first-round upsets.
Incredible! A footballing fairy tale.
Cray Valley Paper Mills are in the first round for the first time in their 101-year history. They'll face Havant and Waterlooville. 7th-tier South Shields are also making their debut in the first round, after reforming in 1974. A 2-0 win over Halifax in the fourth qualifying round earned them a trip to League Two Cheltenham.
Briggs, still Robert Briggs.
There's a potential banana skin for Wigan Athletic. The 2013 winners face Chorley, who make the 10-mile journey, hoping to spring a surprise. Still to come, Skelmersdale's Richard Brodie, hoping for another shot at Cup glory.
And I just seen it in slow motion, look down and hit the bar, come down and bounce out.
And who has the answers in our FA Cup quiz?
He's quite a fountain of knowledge, actually, when it comes to it.
In 1978, Ipswich Town made their one and only FA Cup final appearance under Sir Bobby Robson. Their right back on that day was George Burley.
It was a fantastic club, and we felt one day we could win a trophy or even win the league. Under Sir Bobby Robson, who was a fabulous manager, he was more like a father figure to everybody that went to the club. It was a club in the up. It was a club that was competing at the highest level, playing in Europe every season. Sir Bobby had a great squad. We had numerous internationals in the team. So definitely it was a club on the rise. We go to Millwall and played great football, and what capped it for me was my goal, 25-yard screamer, which didn't happen very often, but it's one I always remember. The game that sticks out for me was the semi-final at Highbury when we beat West Bromwich Albion, and that was a terrific game, and I think it was 3-1, and we played some great football. And I can always remember on the way back from London to Ipswich, every bridge we passed had Ipswich Town fans with their scarves and cheering, and the fans just couldn't believe that we'd got to the cup final, which is a tremendous achievement for a small town like Ipswich.
Ipswich go to Wembley for the first time ever.
There was such a fantastic build-up for the whole month before we went to the final. Arsenal were full of international players, and we had done very well in the first division the previous years, but that year we were struggling. We went into it full of confidence, even though the London press or the national press didn't give us a chance, but we certainly thought we could win the game.
And the goal was gaping.
We started brightly. I lost count of many times we hit the woodwork. Couldn't walk it. Oh, what a great strike. Keeper was nowhere, big part. I think Johnny Walker hit it twice and Paul Manley hit it as well. I think Clive Woods crossed the ball from the left-hand side and I made a run. I don't know why I was in there, but I made a nice little run and headed it really well. And I made a run across the defender. But what a save from Pat Jennings. He just managed to claw the ball away because it was going in the top corner, so it would have been nice to see that hit the net, but all credit to Pat for making a fantastic save.
Ball taking on the defender and winning. Osborne 1-0.
And it was no more than we deserved, and I was very pleased for Roger. Roger was a local lad, 100%er, and for somebody from Ipswich to score, it was a great thing to see. And I think all the emotion, and I think we all jumped on top of him, so he didn't have much air to breathe, and I don't know whether he actually fainted, but he certainly lay to the ground and struggled to get back up for a little while.
Derek Nibali's got 2 watches out there. They say time, and Ipswich win the cup for the first time in their history.
To actually win the FA Cup, the atmosphere, the crowds, the fans. You know, I had my mum and dad there. We were all elated, and especially for the fans, because they were absolutely terrific.
Fast forward 42 years, and the Tractor Boys face fellow League One promotion hopefuls Portsmouth in the first round.
Everybody's hoping that we can get a good run this season. We've had no success whatsoever in the FA Cup, and it'll be an interesting game, home advantage against Portsmouth, so it would be good to get some sort of run in it and see some exciting cup football. Ipswich is a small town, and they haven't forgotten the success we did have. If it can happen again, it'll be fantastic.
Many non-league players have made a name for themselves in the FA Cup and gone on to become stars. In 2011, non-league Fleetwood Town lined up in the first round, pinning their hopes on a young centre-forward.
Just introduce yourself for the editor's purposes.
Yeah, it's Jamie Vardy, Fleetwood Town. I like to get stuck in. I'm not the biggest lad, but it's done well for me so far.
Vardy on his way. It's Vardy! No arguments now. They are on their way into the second round of the FA Cup.
Vardy's 13th goal that season earned Fleetwood another tie against league opposition.
This is Jamie Vardy, and Vardy all the way. It's in. They're through to round 3 for the first time in their history.
That famous run ended against Blackpool, but Vardy scored again, paving the way for a £1 million move to Leicester. 9 years on, and with a Premier League winners' medal and more than 100 top-flight goals, Jamie Vardy is not slowing down.
If you can't enjoy playing in the FA Cup, then I don't think you should be playing football, to be fair.
I love capturing movement and people, and the picture that I'm presenting later on this evening has caught a moment, a great moment, in Skelmersdale United's history.
We've played 6 games to get this far, and every one of them was really tough, and now that we're there, we're going to still want to go further.
You've never heard so many people in Skelmersdale talk about Skelmersdale United, and to get this game, and even not to get this far, just to do what we've done, it's been a great achievement.
South West Lancashire's Skelmersdale United are painting a new picture in their history.
Skelm United is a very, very important part of the town. It's the first time in 50 years that they've actually reached the first round proper of the Cup. The watercolour painting shows Lloyd Elam scoring the 4th and final goal for Skem United against Stafford Rangers, which sealed their victory and their movement into the next round proper of the FA Cup. Skem has a great heritage, and this painting will form part of that. Sport moves on, but the picture captures that moment.
The 9th tier side are intrinsic to their community, a relationship illustrated perfectly by members of the squad.
This season we've got, obviously, my captain, Ben, he's a police officer. Got Minnie Adam Benro, who plays up front. He's got 6 goals in the cup already, and he's an NHS worker. Richard Brody, who works in the supermarket. Got the makeup of a hard working side, if you look at it like that.
I work for Lancashire Constabulary. What I do is I'm a uniformed officer, go around in the cars attending jobs, 999 calls and emergencies.
I work in the NHS. I'm a trauma coordinator in the Walton Centre in Liverpool.
We're not used to being in the spotlight at our level, but listen, now that we're in it, we're happy to be in it. We'll lap it up, we'll enjoy the moment, but at the end of the day, we're still here to do a job.
With a career spanning more than 20 clubs, striker and first-team coach Richard Brody draws upon a wealth of experience.
Unfortunately, when you get a bit older, you haven't got the legs you used to have, so you've got to adapt your game a little bit, and I'd like to think I've become an old-school number 9. You know, I've been given an opportunity here, and it's on my doorstep, so just as glad as I can do as much to help the club as possible.
The pinnacle in Brody's career came in 2011, playing for their non-league Crawley Town.
I'm lucky enough to play at Wembley 3 times, but I must say Old Trafford was better. 74,500 people there. And coming off the bench, Alex Ferguson put Rooney on and Steve Evans put me on at near enough the same time. And we got a corner in the last minute. It was the only corner of the game, and I just seen it in slow motion, loop down and hit the bar, come down and bounce out.
The lowest-ranked club left in the competition now face League Two's Harrogate Town, behind closed doors.
It is very disappointing for fans in the town of Skelmersdale not being able to go physically to support their team.
For the local community, for the people that's followed this club for years and years and years, they're not lucky enough to be able to get there because of the current pandemic, but it's for safety reasons. We just have to do something on the pitch, whether it's on the radio, whether they hear it online, to do something to make them cheer.
They're a full-time team. They're training every single day. The fitness levels are going to be so much higher than we have.
Just a literally dream come true, so, you know, we'll just turn up there and just see what happens, you know what I mean? You never know.
It'd be a dream if we could reach the 3rd round and play a massive team, my boyhood team Liverpool, me against Jürgen, tactical mismatch.
To mark the occasion of Skelmersdale United reaching the first round of the FA Cup on the 24th of October 2020, I'm proud of you all.
Thanks, mate. Nice one. Appreciate that.
Skem are not going to win the FA Cup, but Skem could reach the 3rd round proper. And that would be absolutely fantastic for the town of Skelmersdale. And there would be many memories, and I'm sure a painting to record a moment from that, if possible, would be a really, really good thing.
Finally, it's the return of our FA Cup quiz. So, how is your football knowledge?
Now I'm struggling.
Well, let's see. Question 1. Tunbridge's Ben Greenhalgh began his career at Inter Milan, managed by Jose Mourinho. But which year did Jose win the FA Cup?
Great question.
2008.
I'm going to go with 2006.
2005.
2010.
Tough one. Mourinho won his only FA Cup to date as manager of Chelsea back in 2007. Question 2. Former Cup winners Ipswich and Portsmouth meet at Portman Road. 2 of 9 clubs who've won the competition who will appear in the first round. So can you name 2 more?
Oh dear. Bradford City.
I know Bradford's won.
Bolton.
Wigan.
Wigan.
Probably have to go Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Sunderland, 1973.
Well played. The other winners in the draw are Blackpool, Bolton, Bradford, Charlton, Sunderland, Wigan and Wimbledon. Question 3. Malden and Tiptree have reached the first round for a 2nd consecutive season. But which side ended their cup run last season?
Newport County.
Newport County.
Newport County.
Newport County.
Correct. Malden and Tiptree were knocked out of last season's competition by Newport County. A spot of geography now, 9th tier Skelmersdale have reached the first round. But what county do they play in?
Skelmersdale. Lancashire.
It's Liverpool way.
Lancashire.
Lancashire.
Easy for the Skelmersdale boys, it's Lancashire. And finally, Salford face Hartlepool. But which former cup winner has recently been in temporary charge at Salford?
I should know this one.
Paul Scholes.
Paul Scholes.
I'm going to go Nicky Butt.
Paul Scholes.
Correct. The man in temporary charge at Salford is three-time winner Paul Scholes. And the first round quiz ends in a draw, with both Paul and Richard scoring 4 out of 5.
The first one, he killed me with that one.
He's quite a fountain of knowledge, actually, when it comes to it.
The stage is set. Who will emerge as the big story in this season's Emirates FA Cup first round? Get through this one and you're a step closer to drawing one of the heavyweights. Enjoy the action and we'll see you next time.